the war is the worst thing that could happen to anybody's country, and it is happening to my country right now. And I want to scream and I want to knock every single door possible. So we will make this final united push with our allies so we can push Putin back. So that would not become new normal. So the fatigue that you are talking about will not actually happen. It is possible to win this war. We will win this war. We know that. We just need all the countries to keep to their promises. We just need the weapons that we were promised. We need the sanctions that everybody agreed on, and we need it all to work simultaneously. And then there will be no need to fatigue, because there will be no war.
Non-stop fighting is raging in the east part of the country, with Russia slowly seizing territory in and around Donetsk. A chemical plant where hundreds of civilians were sheltering has also been hit, causing a major fire, and a former British soldier has died fighting Russian forces there. Well, joining us now is Kira Rudik, leader of the political party Holos in Ukraine. Kira, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Just update my listeners. What is the situation now in Ukraine? Where do you think things are?
So we should not repeat Russia's mistake when at the very beginning of the war, Russians underestimated us. Right now, we should not underestimate them. They are moving, they are fighting, and they are moving slowly and steady. We are fighting the second largest army in the world, and the way that we are stopping them is actually miraculous. It is only right now, when we started receiving the heavy weapons that we need badly, that was promised to us 1 or 2 months ago. And this is the major problem right now, that we have enough people to fight, but we do not have enough of the heavy weapons, of the artillery, and we do not have enough of the supplies. That's why we continue asking our allies, such as Britain, such as United States, such as European countries, to increase the amount of weapons and supplies that is being sent to Ukraine. Because every single day we are using them. Every single day we need to fight Russians with the same resolve and with the same intensity as we have done yesterday and the day before. And for that, we need the continuous flow of the supplies in. And we do not see it happening because there are some European countries that are delaying or blocking the supplies that are coming in. We all know these countries, and this is becoming very critical point for the soldiers that are fighting and for all Ukrainian people who are relying on the soldiers.
And Kira, just spell out to my listeners, where are those blockages coming from? Which countries are not providing these supplies as quickly as you need them?
We see the delays from Germany's side, and even some Spanish weaponry that is being promised and is on the way is being delayed by the bureaucracy and paperwork on Germany's side. We do understand that in terms of weapons, all things need to be in the done correct way. However, we cannot wait. We need everything delivered to Ukraine as soon and as fast as possible. We are also extremely concerned with the next week's decision of Euro Commission of Ukraine getting the candidacy status. That could be a huge motivational ramp up or a huge breakdown for all people, including the ones that are fighting at the front. Joining European Union was one of the aims that is written in Ukrainian constitution, and this is one of the reasons why Putin attacked us, because he didn't want the country that is European to be at his borders. So right now we have many very important guests in Ukraine. However, we are very concerned that the decision made about Ukraine next week will be positive.
And of course, that will be a big moment for Ukraine if the decision is made to allow your country to join the European bloc. What will that mean to you, and how confident are you that Ukraine will be able to join the bloc?
Well, first of all, we are not even talking about right now becoming a member. We want to become a candidate and get the list of things that we need to do as our homework. But that would be a huge motivational ramp up for Ukrainians, because we have been aiming to join EU for the last 10 years, and we have done all possible and impossible things, from legislative, logistic, economical, other items as possible, to show that we deserve to be part of the bloc. Moreover, right now we are showing with our fight, with our blood, that we are fighting for democratic European values. And we are doing it not just with proclamation, but with actual steps. So right now, to show that there is a feedback that European countries do understand that we are fighting for the whole European world being a shield for Europe against Putin, will be an incredible move from European countries.
And Kira, final question to you. I mean, do you feel that there is a bit of fatigue creeping into Western coverage of what's happening in Ukraine? Do you worry that it is not as prominent as it should be on our news agendas? I mean, obviously, it's great that you've come on to talk on my show. Does that worry you? Because you must want to keep it very much in the spotlight.
It's only natural that people cannot suffer or feel the suffering of the other people all the time. But the worst thing that should happen is that war in my country would become new normal for the world. And with all my powers, with all my energy, with all my people's forces, we will do that. That will not become true. The war is the worst thing that could happen to anybody's country, and it is happening to my country right now. And I want to scream and I want to knock every single door possible. So we will make this final united push with our allies so we can push Putin back. So that would not become new normal. So the fatigue that you are talking about will not actually happen. It is possible to win this war. We will win this war. We know that. We just need all the countries to keep to their promises. We just need the weapons that we were promised. We need the sanctions that everybody agreed on, and we need it all to work simultaneously. And then there will be no need to fatigue, because there will be no war, because there will be no more suffering. And this is what our aim is, and this is what my goal is right now.
Well, Kira, you're such a passionate voice. It's always a real pleasure and privilege to have you on. Thank you very much for speaking to us.